Hey, welcome in. So the footage you're about to see is a raw footage from a one-on-one I had, and it's going to help you guys prepare for the market. Hope you enjoy.
Down to this 4-hour order block where price is respected, why did we never get a body candle close under with continuation? Right? How come they all wick? Because we know that this 4-hour OB is very, very supportive of buyers as of right now. And there's probably also, you could probably also incorporate some kind of, strong supporter resistance here as well. But it's even better when you can pair it up with something like this, right? And so the same concept can be applied here with this hourly order block that's keeping price down. Notice how you do get a body candle close here, but look at this follow through. There's not really any clean follow through. You immediately almost go outside shooter down and then it rejects. So I want to see proper development. I want to see candle closes approach the upper end of this order block. Because if we're getting candle closes in an area that's rejected price before, what does that tell you about sellers? Sellers are probably exhausting, right?
Oh, exhausting. Okay.
And if sellers are exhausting, we know that we're going to start getting better candle closes as we push up higher, as opposed to what happened earlier, right? If they're not going to exhaust, then they're still going to have pressure within this general area. But when we drill down to the 4-hour, we know we have some pretty good support. We know that if we lose 4630, then we probably come back down and test somewhere around here, because this is also a nice BPR. This uses a previous fair value gap that overlaps with another fair value gap. So you have an inverted fair value gap with a new fair value gap. So we know that if this 4-hour fails, we'll probably get some reactions here and then maybe try and trade higher. Tomorrow is a news-driven day, so we know that the first move is going to be your algorithms taking shape. So it'd be important to have like a lot of this marked. I would probably just be watching this on the 4-hour for the most part. I know where my 4-hour OB is. I know where my hourly OB is. And then from there, I'm going to stick to my daily to get my targets. So I would definitely want to trade above the hourly OB and then try and discover somewhere into this imbalance, which would be here. And I like to go in and I like to mark it. So this is my, this is my buy side. And you can put a dollar sign next to it or buy side imbalance, whatever you want to do. And then we have our volume imbalance. I'll probably push this back a little bit. Name it VI. Right, and then I'll drill into the 4-hour. So now I know where price wants to go into.
So those are your targets.
Yeah, these would be my targets if this hourly order block ends up breaking. And if it doesn't, then I'm going to make sure, which I already do have them marked, right? I already have my supported fair value gap here and here. We already took these lows out, went outside 4-hour at the OB and got some nice reactions. We didn't properly break through here. So far it's still lower highs and lower lows and lower lows. So if this is going to develop and we do have our algos tomorrow, I would also want to incorporate OTE. So I'll have this out like this. So I know that this area here is definitely getting my attention. Not only is it the central point of this balance range, so we know there's going to be a lot of support and or resistance there. We also know that it's a BPR, so two fair value gaps that overlap, which is another form of your PD array. And we have a fair value gap here that's supporting price. And we have a high volume node. So there's a lot of confluence for me here to know whether or not buyers are the real deal. So if we get something like this, I would want to see this trade out. But we know that if we lose this area, then we probably flip short because sellers are going to take control. But based off of how price develops, if it comes into here, then I want to see some nice reaction. So I would definitely keep this all the way it is, like this. And because it's up here, I'll definitely be prepared for it. And I know that these are my hourlies. There's no real like clear wicks here. So that's kind of why I'm supporting more of a move up versus down. I would like to see, like, this is kind of the scenario that would be nice. And then we trade higher out of this range because I'm tired of this freaking range. Look at this. It looks like a barcode from Kroger or something. But does that all
That
make
is-
sense so far, and how I'm utilizing all of these different time frames and like the order blocks, the fair value gaps? Like the point is you're trying to build a map for yourself, and the
Right.
map is mainly coming from your bias from the higher time frames.
So thank you guys for watching that short 5-minute clip. The image you see now that just populated is the aftermath of how our overall market anticipation played out the Thursday night headed into Friday. Remember, when you are pushing into these high algorithm binary events, you should always have some kind of preparation beforehand so you know exactly where price could bounce and then push into. And again, I want to emphasize on the precedence that your higher time frames hold over your smaller ones. Use those to build your narrative. How is the monthly looking? How is the weekly looking? Then you build down into your daily and hourly to kind of then start figuring out, okay, this is what internal needs to be taken before this one gets taken, and then you can build out a blueprint pretty much for yourself to follow and play out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all your buddies. I'm just kidding.